Forget tactics, forget trophies, and forget clean sheets. We're diving headfirst into the raw, unfiltered passion of the game. Football derbies. From the electrifying atmosphere of PAOK versus Aris to the historic rivalry of the Old Firm, get ready for a whirlwind tour of the most intense clashes on the planet. Witness the South American cauldron where Boca Juniors and River Plate collide. This ain't for the faint of heart, but for true football lovers, it's pure adrenaline. So lace up your boots, grab your colors, and let the beautiful chaos begin. Where else to start than with Thessaloniki's PAOK versus Aris? Welcome to the heart of Greece. This, my friends, is the Derby of Thessaloniki, the clash between PAOK and Aris, a rivalry that transcends football. Since the early 1900s, these two clubs have embodied the city's soul. PAOK, the working-class warriors, against Aris, the upper class. Every encounter crackles with social tension, erupting into a spectacle of noise and color. But nothing compares to the Tifo Wars. The pyro ignite the stands, transforming the stadium into a sea of smoke and vibrant hues. This isn't just a game. It's a battle for local pride and a clash of identities. Let's look at some of the most memorable moments from the Derby. In 1998, Aris won 1-4 away at PAOK, which remains their biggest away victory in the Derby. In 2003, PAOK won the Greek Cup final in a 1-0 win over Aris. In 2009, PAOK won the replay in the Greek Cup after no goals in 180 minutes after penalties, 9-8. In 2024, Aris won 2-1 against PAOK, playing behind closed doors due to violence in Greek football. The Old Firm Derby, also known as the Rangers-Celtic Derby, is the most intense rivalry in Scottish football. Forget just 3 points, forget trophies. The Celtic versus Rangers clash is where Glasgow breathes, bleeds, and sometimes bleeds a little more. Over a century of Catholic versus Protestant fire simmering beneath the green and blue. It's father versus son rivalries passed down generations, etched in every tackle, every roar. Chants become anthems of belonging. It's not just football, it's identity woven into the fabric of the city. This, mate, is where passion transcends the pitch. Let's check out some of the most memorable moments from the Old Firm Derby. In 1969, Celtic won the Scottish Cup final 4-0 over Glasgow Rangers with a remarkable 132,000 people at Hampden Park. In 1987, Rangers and Celtic tied in a 4-goal thriller with 4 players in court after a police inquiry. In 1999, Rangers won 0-3 away at Celtic, winning the league title on the home pitch of their arch-rivals. In 2000, Celtic beat Rangers 6-2 after a decade of near-total dominance from Rangers. This was a great start to the new century. In 2018, Celtic won a hectic game away at Rangers 2-3, keeping them on for their 7th straight title. Tune in for the Super Clásico, Boca Juniors versus River Plate. This is considered by many to be the biggest and most passionate derby in the world. Just pure, unadulterated passion. This ain't just football, amigo. It's a war for a Buenos Aires' heart. Working-class Boca against aristocratic River. A rivalry born in the docks and nurtured by decades of glory and heartbreak. The Superclásico is always a highly anticipated match, and the atmosphere at the La Bombonera, which is Boca Juniors' home ground, and the Monumental Isidro Romero Carbo, River Plate's home ground, is electric. Craziest derby moment? When the River Plate Boca Juniors final of the Copa Libertadores in 2018 never started, as Boca's bus was attacked en route to River Plate. Let's look at some of the most memorable moments from the Superclásico. In 1981, Boca Juniors won 3-0 against River Plate, and we must have a Maradona game in this list. In 2000, Boca Juniors won the Derby 3-0 against River Plate due to a Riquelme-inspired Boca. In 2004, River Plate won 2-1 against Boca Juniors in the semi-final of the Copa Libertadores and won on penalties after a red card for Carlos Tevez. In 2014, River Plate won 1-0 against Boca Juniors, winning the Copa Sudamericana semi-finals. In 2018, the River Plate Boca Juniors Copa Libertadores final was cancelled after River Plate fans attacked the Boca players' bus on its way to the stadium. North London Derby? Buckle up, mate! It's more than just Arsenal versus Tottenham. It's bragging rights for years. Arsenal, the polished Northerners against the gritty Tottenham lads? This rivalry runs deeper than the Thames. Remember that move to Highbury right next door to White Hart Lane? Yeah, things got spicy. Now, Emirates and the new Spurs Stadium roar with hate and maybe a bit of love. Matches are tight and memories are made. From Bergkamp's beauty in 1996 to Gotza's FA Cup stunner. Arsenal might be on top these days, but the Spurs are hungry. You must visit one of these games to feel the tension, and remember, bragging rights are at stake. COYG, or come on, you Spurs! Let's see some of the most memorable moments from the North London Derby. In 1991, Tottenham won the North London Derby 3-1, which secured their spot in the FA Cup final at Wembley. In 2004, Tottenham lost an epic game against Arsenal with 4-5 at White Hart Lane. In 2004, Arsenal tied the North London Derby away at Spurs 2-2, which gave them the title on the soil of their rivals. In 2008, Tottenham tied the North London Derby 4-4 with Arsenal in one of the most memorable matches. In 2010, Tottenham won the North London Derby away at the Emirates with 2-3 against Arsenal. And the last derby for today. Remember to subscribe to our channel for part 2. Bosphorus boils. Galatasaray versus Fenerbahçe isn't just a game. Fener roaring from the Asian shores versus Gala, the giants on the European side of Istanbul. Imagine Çocuk Anadolu Stadium or Turk Telekom Stadium pulsating with chants that pierce through continents. Every tackle, every goal ignites a fire across the Bosphorus. Galatasaray may have dominated lately, but the Yellow Canaries are hungry. Remember the derby that was called off before kickoff in Saudi Arabia? Or the assistant referee hit by a lighter just before kickoff? The Istanbul Derby is always hectic and loaded with incidents. Here are some of the most memorable moments from the Istanbul Derby. In 2001, Fenerbahçe and Gala tied 4-4 in what would go down in history as the highest scoring match. In 2002, Fenerbahçe won the Istanbul Derby 6-0, but finished 26 points behind Galatasaray that season. In 2014, Gala won the Istanbul Derby 2-1 against Fenerbahçe, with 2 top goals from Schneider in the final 2 minutes. In 2017, Gala lost the Istanbul Derby 0-1 against Fenerbahçe with a very late winner in the 19th minute. In 2020, Fenerbahçe lost the Istanbul Derby 1-3 against Gala, with 12 yellow cards and 3 red cards in an eventful game. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this overview of the best football derbies in the world. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe to Football Fanatics for more football content. And be on the lookout for part 2.